Joining us now live, Governor Kate Brown, here to discuss the latest mandate. Governor Brown, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, Governor, we laid out a little bit of the introduction, what led to this decision on your part to expand the mask wearing requirement. Is there any additional information you've received today to support that decision?
Well, we absolutely must stop the spread of the disease, and we are seeing the alarming increase in COVID-19 rates in urban and rural Oregon. I don't want to shut down your favorite bar, your favorite restaurant, your favorite bookstore, and that's why I'm extending this face covering requirement statewide.
Now, you have that requirement in place in other counties. What kind of acceptance rate have you seen, and has it been enough, do you think, to slow the spread?
Look, Oregonians have done a phenomenal job complying with my executive orders, which have slowed the transmission of the disease. In the 8 counties that the face covering policy's been in place, there's been really good compliance. But obviously, I'm asking Oregonians across the state to take this very, very seriously. This is truly a culture change, and I know it's going to be hard given that the weather's so nice and it's so gorgeous. But it's so important that we protect our vulnerable neighbors and our vulnerable community members from this disease, and that we ensure that we have adequate hospital bed capacity and that we protect our healthcare workers.
OSHA is listed as the enforcement agency for most businesses as it relates to the mask wearing policy. What guidance have you given them in terms of enforcement, and what happens to individuals if they are found to not be in compliance?
Well, my orders are enforceable by law. We're working with the state agencies to ensure that businesses around the state can enforce this order. We're obviously focused at the outset on education and information. But I will just tell you, I expect businesses to step up, and I know many businesses across the state have already done so. Costco, for example, has done a phenomenal job ensuring that their workers are protected and their customers are protected. It's been a win-win for them.
We have seen an increase in cases in other states across the country, certainly much higher than Oregon's. They are now seeing challenges to their medical care system. How concerned are you that Oregon's system can withstand an increase?
I'm absolutely concerned. The increase in cases is alarming. We knew this was going to happen when we gradually reopened, but we are seeing huge numbers of cases in communities around the entire state. So I'm obviously very concerned. We're watching very, very closely our hospital bed capacity, ensuring that we have adequate supply of our extremely resilient and hardy healthcare workers across the state. But we're seeing in cases like Florida and Texas that they're having to close down businesses. I don't want to do that here. That's why we're taking this step, this very important step of requiring face coverings while Oregonians go about in public spaces. We want to encourage them, obviously, to wear them when they are near vulnerable family members or neighbors. The science is really, really clear. Scientists from the CDC, from Stanford University, from Johns Hopkins have all said wearing a face covering helps prevent transmission because it prevents you from spewing droplets from your mouth that might lead to the transmission of the disease. So Oregonians need to take this seriously. We must stop the spread of the coronavirus in this state of Oregon.
Governor Kate Brown, we appreciate your time today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Be safe out there.